Hello everyone and welcome to the first video blog of making a game. Now it's been 1 week and I'm in charge of creating the world, and there are a lot of things I want to show you here. So we have this world here that is mainly where we have the main town, and we will have a lot of stuff happening around. And when it comes to creating worlds, we're not gonna create a super big one. We're just a small team, so we're just gonna keep it real and just, like a small game we can put on Steam. And I wanted to show you some things that I think you will enjoy on the making process of this. Obviously, this is gonna take quite a long time, but we're gonna make these blocks more often. So for these, you can see that you have your character here, and I forget about where he's facing. But basically, you will run around and you will see that you have some mountains on the background that they are not disappearing. We're going to talk about that in a second. And you also have the main town where you will see that, like the castle, no matter where you look at, you're always gonna be able to see the castle. So there's a lot going on here. I want to show you guys what is the process of making this, because it's really not that hard. Making a game like this is really not that hard. So let's talk about the visibility of things. Sometimes when you walk, you will see that things start disappearing. You will notice that things do not disappear on my game, and there is a good reason for that. So when I go to world partition, world settings, you will see that I actually have two types of HLOD layers. The first one is the instance one. If I go here for the instance, you will have instance meshes around here. All right, so depending on where I am, I'm gonna load different cells. And if I go further and further, I'm gonna load other cells and unload the one that are far away. Same as this. If I'm too far, there's no reason to load everything, so we don't load them. The other one is the merge layer. So the merge, you can think about like a simplified version of the mesh that you're having, but it most likely will be there most of the time. So let's take a look at the loading range. You will see that the loading range is much bigger here. It's not like there on any situation like you can see it everywhere, but for this area you can see it. So whenever we want a mesh to actually show up, we need to go to the details here, and let's type HLOD, and we will just go for this, for example, HLOD layer, and we will go for merge, main world merge. You have instance and merge. So this one, for example, is like merge, this one is merge, and the other ones, these are not, so they will disappear. If I play from here, you will see that those things won't be loaded. I can see the castle from distance, but I cannot see the other ones, right? Let's talk about this for a second. These are levels, these are masses. So if I go to the gym rocks, I tend to work with big assets first and then go to the smaller ones. So we have this XL size. XL usually will mean that it will be loaded from distance. So if I play from here, you will realize how big this is. These are big assets. You're gonna see it everywhere. And they are composed of different assets to create different shapes. You can see that I have like different assets here as well, and so on and so on. Like I can just place those in the world, and if I want to make any changes, I can just go here, right click. Let's just say I want this to be a little bit more up, save it, and then all my world will be updated without me having go to the main level. Then we have the L size. L size most likely won't be loaded all the time. So this is really like, have some platforms, like, something like this. You can just go here and play with this. These are all like very, very basic stuff, right? So you have like your size, and what the size means is let's go and go for medieval assets. Let's just go for buildings, for example. you will see that I have like different, different quality of assets, like L1 for this, L0. Like when we go for our mesh here, you go for rocks, for example, you have the L0 for the material. This means the material is pretty much blocked in. It's for blocked out. It's not really my priority. So for now, like you can see that I have different levels of quality. I also have the mass where I have all the levels. For example, I can go here. You will see that I see the rocks and each level is loaded there. So you need to think of a way of having like the domino effect where you're updating everything. So when we go to the main world, and you will see like, oh, these are all like using blockout assets. And when you update the material, it will affect the whole world. You don't want to put a mesh one by one. Like all these meshes are blueprints. We're not really putting any single mesh on top. In the future, when you want to add more detail, you can put that. But for now, you can just leave those here. And you will realize that you have like different shapes. And when you start playing, so let's just say you play from here, like you're starting to having something interesting going on, like different verticalities and different areas where you can go. So far, the most important thing is to create a kit that you can play with so that you can very quickly lay down all the foundation of the world before you actually do something. Like you can just go here, some collision issues here doesn't let me go through. So these ones will be updated, of course. Like you can see, like these assets, they need to be updated, but all those things you can figure out early on without actually adding much details. So that's pretty much it for this blog. I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna keep it simple. If you got any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'm gonna show you more about the game in the future. For now, I just wanted to show you how I just start building the world here. All right. So with that said, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date to the latest news of the game we're making, and I will see you in the next one.